York Governor Andrew Cuomo issued a state of emergency for all 62 counties as a winter storm warning remains in effect, and a travel ban is in effect for the entire New York State Thruway.
But first, Matt, a winter storm warning remains in effect for Western New York. Our Justin Gould is outside of our downtown offices with the latest. Justin?
Hey guys, good morning to you right now. Light snow falling here in downtown Jamestown, but the big story is the fact that this prolonged event that's going to be happening over the next 48 hours, where we could see 12 to 14 inches of new snowfall come down when it's all said and done. State officials at midnight last night placed a travel advisory statewide. Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul is in Cheektowaga today, spearheading the Western New York Storm Relief event. Now, in downtown, conditions aren't that bad. Slippery roads right now. City's crews trying to stay ahead of the storm, but with many schools closed today, it's just recommended to stay indoors, and that's what many people are doing across the area. I talked to some people coming out of Taco Hut, heading in there for lunch in a couple of hours, and they said, you know, as soon as they're done with work, they plan on just going home. And most people don't mind the snow, as we're all Western New Yorkers. We know how it just kind of happens here, but areas more towards the east getting pummeled with snow showers. CNN reporting this morning that it is almost whiteout conditions in Manhattan, and we've seen that here as well, with blowing snow that could be expected tonight into tomorrow as the bands begin to more organize, and then we could see some lake effect this evening. But for now, live in Jamestown, Justin Gould, WNY News Now. It's where coverage comes first. We'll send it back up to you guys.
Justin, thank you. This major winter storm is bearing down not only on Western New York, but West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. The entire East Coast is feeling still its effect. Chris Welch is in New York City with more. Chris?
Well, I'm standing here in Columbus Circle in New York City, smack dab in the heart of this major storm, a major nor'easter that could be a potentially record-setting storm in terms of snowfall for the month of March. This is a mid-March storm, not too common. We could be seeing in New York City up to as many as 20 inches. Now, a lot of that depends on how this storm plays out throughout the day, but this storm is impacting 1 in 3 Americans from Virginia all the way up to Maine.
Stay home if you can.
That's the message from officials across the Northeast ahead of a potentially historic winter storm.
Take it seriously. When we say you got to stay off the road, they need to stay off the road so the crews can do their work. We're going to have some significantly dangerous conditions out there.
Amid a raft of blizzard warnings and watches, emergency crews are out in force from northern Virginia all the way to Maine. Forecasters say New York and Boston could get well over a foot of snow.
Mother Nature and cold May and winter, they get together and look what happened.
The storm has already impacted air and ground travel, with both flights and trains canceled. And as usual, it's impacting grocery stores, where shoppers found long lines and empty shelves. Meteorologists say heavy snowfall should be expected throughout the day. Authorities warn that the safest bet is to just stay home.
Please stay indoors so that we can try to get through the morning rush hour and get through the day to try to address the roadway.
Now, it goes without saying, travel going to be impacted here. You can see the plows going by us here in Columbus Circle. They're essentially the only vehicles that should be on the roads here. That's according to city officials, not just here, but all over the region. In fact, officials in the state of Connecticut have already issued a statewide travel ban. I also want to mention just briefly, in terms of flights, at least 8,000 flights already canceled and affected as a result of this storm here today. Reporting in New York, I'm Chris Welch. Now back to you.